Hey guys, happy 2026. For those of you who've watched Game of Thrones, when they say winter is coming, so for me, it's spring is coming. So happy spring when it gets here. Happy New Year. My name is Carrie Winchell. Welcome to my corner of YouTube. And I wanted to talk today about core beliefs and how core beliefs affects us when we're making changes. A lot of us, when the year starts, we make certain decisions or set certain intentions to work on certain things or to change certain things. But a lot of times things don't really, unless you're someone who is who's very into behavioral changes, without having to process things or get to the root of things. For a lot of people, which we're human beings, so we're creatures of habit. And so a lot of times, or behaviors anyway, they're stuck in unconscious beliefs, in core beliefs, things, narratives, concepts that we don't have to consciously be aware of because they've been so internalized. Most of our core beliefs can come from our families, so like our upbringing, or they come from experiences we've had. For example, if your last 3 jobs, your boss was a jerk and you're getting ready to start a new job, chances are you have some type of unconscious belief already that your new boss is going to be a jerk just because of what you've internalized from your previous work experiences. So when it comes to change, I think it's great to make decisions and to set intentions, but a lot of times change don't really happen until we shift, until one, you first become aware of your core beliefs and how they serve you or don't serve you, and then until you start shifting them, making different shifts in your perception and making a decision to really actively become more conscious, more mindful about how your core beliefs, your internal dialogue, how that's showing up and affecting you in your everyday life. Now, a lot of times core beliefs also come from belief systems, and in belief systems, they can be religious systems, they can be philosophical systems, or spiritual type of concepts. So a lot of times, because we take on these beliefs as ways to live our life, and sometimes we don't recognize how our belief systems also affect how we show up and what changes we decide to make or not make. Most of the religious systems, I have some sayings. I didn't want to mess them up. And I don't want to step on anyone's toes with these religious concepts. But when we think about things from a Muslim perspective, right? There's a concept in Islam where it says Allah will not change a people's condition until they change what is in themselves. When we look at it from a Jewish perspective, it says turn it over and over again, for everything is in it. Buddhist perspective, when things change inside you, things change around you. And in the Bible, we have Jesus saying not to pour new wine into old wineskins. If you try to do that, the skins will burst, right? So even in these belief systems, sometimes we don't recognize that it's saying in order for change to happen that something inside of you have to shift. Like you have to change your perspective, right? You have to change what's inside of you. So as we're working through our 2026 goals, or goals or life goals in general, right? We want to focus on really making it about transforming, right? As people, we're always evolving. Right, you're on this planet, things are changing externally, and sometimes, to make that, to accommodate some of these external changes, you have to identify where you are internally, right? Do you need to get with a program or not? I know for me personally, a lot of those questions come up for me as we see technology expanding. How much externally, right? AI it's here. It's here. And for me, the big question a lot of times is, how much AI do I want in my life? Do I want AI in my life to begin with, which, sometimes I'm more of the percentage of me I don't, but I recognize that there is things that's automatically AI, right? That I'm not even conscious of, right? Like there's automatic things. Even my phone, right? AI transcribing my voicemails, right? That's an AI thing. So AI is here. And for me, again, my big question is, how much AI do I want in my life, right? That's an external thing that I feel like conflicts sometimes with my own core beliefs. All right. So, Transformation Tuesday. So, I don't know how many people made decisions for health changes or health improvements this year. So I wanted to just kind of talk today, to just kind of help you put a little kick in your butt, right, with the health changes that you're making or wherever you are on your health journey today. All right. So the core belief, when we're working on core beliefs, right? The ideal shift is listening to your body, right? Because listening to your body is going to help you with actually starting to activate change, right? And there are writing prompts here, right? And the first one is listening to your body is somewhat like listening to your intuition, your gut feeling. It is a form of listening to your truth. And a lot of times, so many of us are disconnected from our body, right? Like your body is talking, it's screaming, it's yelling, it's telling you the thing, right? And the second prompt says, have you ever felt your body trying to tell you something, but instead your mind, which is your ego, ignores or denies it, right? So I think that sometimes our body is yelling a thing to us, especially some of us in terms, let's start with tiredness, right? Sometimes your body is trying to tell you you're really tired. You should not do that thing right now, and maybe just lay down, rest a little. It's okay. It's okay to go to bed a little earlier tonight. And I think your body is trying to tell you that, but instead we don't listen and we do the opposite. And so now the next day in that big meeting, you're falling asleep. You're not paying attention, right? Your focus is affected. And this is a very mild example, sleep, right? Sometimes people are having pain in certain parts of their bodies and they ignore it. And then only to find out later on, right? Ma'am, this thing is stage 4 or stage 5, right? When maybe 2 years ago, if we listened to it or if you paid more attention to that thing, right? You could have been able to address the issue sooner, right? Using interventions that may have been less invasive, right, for your body. So start listening to your body. Wherever you are on your health journey, whatever health goals you have, listen to your body, right? Your body has its own intelligence. It will tell you sometimes before your conscious mind picks it up, right? Because again, a lot of times our core beliefs are trapped into it, they're unconscious, right? We don't pick them up. But your body knows, your body will let you know. Whatever is happening subconsciously, that will come out in your body as well. All right, so Transformational Tuesday, your health, all right? Listen to your body, all right? So again, my name is Carrie Winchell. This is the Health Affirmations Journal. If you think you need some type of tool or some type of extra resource right now to help you with your health journey, you can definitely purchase this workbook journal on carriewinchellLPC.com. It is the Health Affirmations Journal. Okay. All right, see you next time for Transformational Tuesday.